Welcome to the Call to Cinema. My name is Aaron, and I did not expect to be doing it this fast. I actually had set it for 15 minutes in the future. So if you're here, welcome. If you're not here yet, I don't blame you. It was kind of short notice. But what happened is we had a bit of a power outage on our street, like internet outage earlier on today, and we didn't want to wait too long to actually see it, everything come through. So what I'm going to do is I am going to start. Hey there, Disney. Hey there, Raf. Yes, there is a writer's strike, and last time there's a writer's strike, a lot of programs and movies and stuff got canceled. So hopefully that doesn't happen right now. I know that one of the big deals is for the first time ever we've had like a kind of a producer like James Gunn going up and supporting the writers. Normally it's just the writers on their own, so this could make a difference. Hopefully it will. Tonight there was a email sent to people that are signed up to Vinegar Syndrome. So we have some stuff to talk about. We have some stuff to go through, and then we're going to look at some Vinegar Syndrome stuff. And for those that don't know, if you're newer to my channel, for the longest time, I was known for hey there, Robert. Hey there, Deathbomb. Welcome, man. I was known for covering Vinegar Syndrome to the point where my handle was Mr. Vincent. And when I initially started, I did some podcast work with Brian from Just the Disc, who has an amazing channel. Hey there, Fister, welcome, man. And I did some podcast work with him, and I did some reviews for Vinegar Syndrome titles. So if you're looking at older Vinegar Syndrome titles from Just the Disc has some great reviews on that stuff, and I was on around 2 or 3 different podcasts talking about that stuff. Watch my live. No sister this time, right? Okay. So yes, we have VSL box set. So we'll go through it all. But this is what we know. I'm going to read it out. I'm going to ask my better half to maybe get me my tea, if she doesn't mind. So there's less than 4 weeks to go until halfway to Black Friday 2023 descends upon us. And for those that are unaware, I do this every year, and I do extensive coverage to the halfway to Black Friday sale. So we're going to see videos both on my regular channel and on my Patreon channel, the Crimson Cult, as well, or www.patreon.com/the Live Movie Club. And what we'll be doing there is we'll be talking about things that we can't necessarily talk about here, because we all know what those are. Is Vinegar Syndrome stuff. We all know what those things are that we can't talk about. But here we go. Just ask Severin what it's like to not be able to talk about stuff. And we'll mention the Severin thing as well, because the set is come available again. So with that being said, anybody wants to help donate to the channel so I can buy this set? There, you're right there. Now, in all seriousness, let's get back to this. Let's get back to it. So it'll be kicking off at 12:01 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Friday, May the 26th. I'll be doing it. I'm hoping to have hey there, Dave. I'm hoping to have a co-host as well. I always find that helps out a lot. In addition to Showgirls on 4K UHD, which was their fastest selling title of all time, apparently, exclusively restored by Vinegar Syndrome in its most extras-packed edition to date, you can look forward to the world 4K UHD debuts of Uli Lammel's The Boogeyman. I figure if somebody's coming in new, you want to preface that, because it's not the new Boogeyman. It's the good one from the good one. We said good one. It was fun.
It's the fun one.
Yeah, and A Blade in the Dark, of course, where we get to see the kid from House by the Cemetery. This is not a spoiler because right at the beginning of the film, get killed. Along with our delirious collection of weird 70s Spanish horror, Villages of the Damned, plus 2 tantalizing secret titles, a duo of all 80s VSAs, two 80s VSAs, darling. 2 80s VSAs. But the one thing I think my better half is actually going to be interested in is the very first ever VSL box set. Hey, Sean, welcome, man. I was actually really surprised that the books went like that. I'm happy because I'm a big reader. I'm sad because I missed out on them. Because I definitely want about the books, like 100%. Like I don't have a lot of cash on me at the moment. This is my job right now. Like when people say, well, I go to work and I come. No, at this point, I've moved, and this is my job. Wish me luck. Yikes. But uh, But yeah, the first Vinegar Syndrome VSL box set. So that means Vinegar Syndrome Labs. Vinegar Syndrome Labs. We're going to look at them a little bit later. They're like older style films. They're like kind of the classics. We'll say classic, quote unquote classics, older cinema stuff in like the 30s, 40s, that era stuff. Um, and they had a release that wasn't interesting to me, but if you're into it, cool, cool beans. Vinegar Syndrome Pictures is back with the disc debut of Christopher Borgli's twisted body horror black comedy, Sick of Myself. Get ready for some squirm-inducing disfigurements and plentiful gross-out gags, all set within an impeccably executed social satire and photographed entirely on 35mm film. Best of all, it's up for pre-order right now. Anybody know anything about I'm Sick of Myself? Because I have no idea. Like if I'm watching body horror, it's going to be like either Cronenberg or Julia de Canes. That's the one I look for. Their October slate is in stock and shipping right now. What they have going for October is John Henry Johnson's Regional Monster Mayhem, Crystal Blue Lights, Stelvio Messi's Stylish Never on Disc Giallo, 5 Women for the Killer, Rene Corona Jr. the Third's, Vacation of Terror. Thank you very much. And the sequel, Pedro Galendo III's Even Water Creature versus Teens Epic, Vacation of Terror 2. Vinegar Syndrome Labs offers the Blu-ray debut of Earl C. Kenton's old Dark House classic, the 1946 film, The Cat Creeps, at last restored from its original negatives. And Picorama is offering their world Blu-ray debuts of 2 Henry Pritchard, Roberta Finley pictures with Climax and Wet Dreams, starring Kelly Nichols, Sharon Kane, Renee Summers, and many more. The usually popular order stacking period is live again from May 15th at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and basically that lets you stack orders. Kind of did everything packaged in the flash pre-order, especially since you just ordered those Chucky movies. Oh, I'm so jealous, man. I still want them. The biggest thing for me right now is Black Emmanuel. I want that more than any set that I've wanted in like a long time. And I want the freaking board game. I want the board game. So last column, some going into print titles. It looks like Walking on the Edge is going into print, and from Fun State Editions, it is selling for only $10. I have that one, and I do give a strong recommendation to Walking the Edge. It's a really good title. Looks like we have also WNUF Halloween Special from TerraVision is going out of print, and that is only $10 as well. We have Radio On from Fun State Editions going out of print as with $15. Killing Spree from Vinegar Syndrome, that's the Vinegar Syndrome title, is going to be going out of, I think it's Vinegar Syndrome, it's going out of print for $15. And you can still get video volumes for $25, and that one too is also going out of print. Is the VSL box, I wonder, Uncle Fister, included in the everything package? Because I remember the VSAs, they weren't. Hey there, Kubrick, welcome. I would love to be doing a lot of this in like kind of podcasty format too, but I still haven't got much like response back on the podcast that I did with my better half. So I'm still waiting for your response on the podcast, guys. Hey there, Jeff, welcome, man. Killing Spree is TerraVision. Thank you. I wasn't sure. I knew I was wrong, but I wanted somebody to let me know how I was wrong. And as usual, every growing roster of partner labels have put together a stellar month's lineup, all of which are available for pre-order right now. Well, I would say super stellar. Hey there, Manu, welcome. Well, the sale stuff has started. This is our first day talking about the halfway to Black Friday sale. We'll be going through the Vinegar Syndrome and the Severin halfway to Black Friday sale. We're going to be talking about the Black Emmanuel thing and the big addition of putting the set back up again with the bundle. what's changed with that. And we're going to look at Vinegar Syndrome, and we're going to start answering questions and looking at things, the how things are going out of print, what the stock amount is, and what we normally do, and adding on that as best as we can. And I'll be doing this every week. I'm going to be starting to do a weekly live live video on my Patreon as well, as we amp up for this sale. So every week you're going to be getting live videos here on my channel, plus my regular videos that I have on here, and the live videos on my Patreon as well. So if you're a Patreon member, make sure that you're there for that. And we are working on now the first edition of My Life in Horror Cinema, which comes out later on this week. Some of these slips sold out in one day already. Yeah, I know they did like extra copies of the irreversible slip. So I'm going to actually, for a second, we're going to run over to Vinegar Syndrome really quickly, because my better half is going to, more than likely, she's going upstairs soon. So I just want to get her reaction on something off screen. Don't worry. All right, so because within, she's never like one who's. I'm gonna mention some of the. We're fine. Let's do this. Come on, filter. Sort by. I so hate the way they've done this now. How do we get to the out of print stuff or going out of print titles now? Because I'm looking down here, right? And I'm going to say right now, I'm going to be honest, this formatted, I'm not sure if it's just done for this here page, but this format of the website, I'm going to go to another like browser just to see, because I'm kind of curious if it's this browser or if their website just really, really sucks bad. Remember the days when we used to like make fun of like Severin about their website? Like, I remember those days. See, up on there, you can see stuff on top, right? But here, like, nothing's coming up top. Okay, let's go refine. Huffington releases. I'm very disappointed in the way this is done. Come on. Unnumbered dash editions. See, I'm at Vinegar Syndrome at the top, right? Let's go to the top of the site. Let's go here. And as you can see, there's like nothing up here for the yours is different. Yeah, this happened recently. I'm going to do something. You guys won't be able to see it on, but I'm going to try something here.
Can you just type the title of it on the search tab?
Like, it's, it's not really typing the title when it's when we're trying to basically find out what I'm trying to do is just for those that don't know, guys, what I'm trying to do right now is let's open a new window. See if it's just the page. So I'm doing it now under Safari as well, just to check to see if it's okay. There we go. So why is it not on my on Chrome? So I'm going to see if I can open it up on Safari. So we are going to go to that and come back in again. I do apologize, by the way, guys. So. Hey there, Sandon. Welcome, man. I apologize for the sudden change there, but at least now we can see this a little better. Hey there, Sarah. Welcome. So let's go to the going out of print titles. This is what I wanted to talk to you about. My better half. So we're going to talk about stuff that is going out of print. Obviously, that's still in stock. We don't look at stuff that's not in stock. And I have a lot of these, but I'll give you some like recommendations on which ones I think are worthwhile. And my better half, who is not as nice when it comes to, sorry, she's not that she's not as nice, is that she's much more selective. I'll ask her what her thoughts are. So we start off with Kevin Tenney's Witch Trap with Linnea Quigley. You haven't seen that one? You actually look that one. So definitely recommendation on that one. It is $22.99, so around like $19 American. The Hearse is another strong recommendation. Joseph Cotton's in this one. It's more of a slow burn film. I'd recommend getting that one before it sells out. Wakefield Pool, I can't really talk about it on this channel, but it is more of an adult title with a specific audience. And if you're that audience, you're gonna really want to get it. If not, then maybe you're gonna pass. Malibu High, I think you watched that one with me. So Malibu High was a film that looks nothing like its cover. It's this much darker film. It looks like it's this Porky style sex by tasting type film, and you watch it and it starts out like it's going to be, because there's a girl there and she's kind of sleeping with the teacher to get a good grade, and then like you becoming like a lady of the evening, and then a hit woman, and there's a whole like spiral with that one. It's a great film, extremely well done. Jack Frost. Now this came out from MVD Rewind as well with both versions. So if you don't have Jack Frost and you're like a collector that wants to get, if you're collecting Vinegar Syndrome, then you're obviously going to want this release. If you're collecting MVD Rewind and you want to have both like kind of together, then you go with the MVD Rewind one. Yeah, Michael Keane would have reviewed it. In the Cold of the Night is Nico Mastorakis, and I'm a big fan of his, specifically this film though. I still think his best film is Zero Boys, but this is a great one here too. Grandmother's House is one that I've recommended people, and anybody that I've recommended Grandmother's House to has loved it. There's been no like ifs, ands, or buts for that one. So far here, there's none that I particularly like need myself. We have Double Exposure. Umbrella initially put that one out, and Umbrella is now a partner label with Vinegar Syndrome, so I'm not sure if that'll come out from them again. I didn't mind Blue Money, actually. No, it's definitely not. Like, people tend to think it is. My dad actually bought that one in the last sale, and he was also disappointed. Swift, man, this was kind of a really off the cuff one. Good thing to know though is like we'll be doing live videos on the channel and on the Patreon channel as well, Swift. So make sure you don't miss out on those. Tell me the Porky's Atari 2600 game. Barely, but yes, I do. We got Don't Answer the Phone. So if you're a big fan of the Video Nasties, then you're probably gonna be into that one. If there's either one here that kind of like does interest me, it's Death Row Game Show. It's a fun little release, $20. I don't think any of these are going to go to print like before the sale though. Like there's 413 left of Death Row Game Show, and I know when it's Vinegar Syndrome that doesn't seem like a lot, but I think for most of these you can wait. Dark Room is here as well. Blue Money I like though. I did like Blue Money. I had a lot of fun that stand. Because of but I went in knowing what it was, and I think that does make a difference. But yeah, there's only 93 copies of that one left. And that one does come with an extra film, doesn't it? Yeah, Affairs of Aphrodite, which I have not watched. You didn't like Death Row Game Show? I can understand it. That's like, there's certain films where if somebody told me they didn't like 1974 Black Christmas, I'd be trying to convince you, like, no, you got to like this movie. This is fantastic. If somebody told me they didn't like Death Row Game Show, I'd be like, I get it. I completely get it. Because there's certain films that I'll say it right now, they're just not for everybody. And some of them are barely for me. So that one, I would understand your mess for that one. But the one that I wanted to mention to my better half, and I think are important, is that we look at the limited edition stock and we go from, let's sort by, you want to sort by low to high? Low to high for limited edition stock? Let's do low to high. All right, so I'm going to mention these. And if you've seen them or if they sound interesting to you, like give me a yay or nay. So we have the better half in the background because I love all kinds of crazy stuff, and so does she, but she's more picky than me. So it's good to have a sounding board with this stuff. So do we need? So that's how we do this. We don't need any of this, but we would just, if we had money, we're going to go. Do we need? Do we need the Vinegar Syndrome Taboo 1 to 4 box to put the Taboo 1 to 4 movies in?
No.
Say it's a maybe.
No.
Etiquette Pictures, the last of the Etiquette Pictures releases. They are, I think, from the Vinegar Syndrome transfers for the Grandmother's House and Dark Room. So you're good, man. The last Etiquette Pictures release that's available is Hangs Upon Nothing. It is there. That is down to 501 copies, and it is a movie that is a documentary about surfing and the surfing culture. And that is a yes for her. She'd grab that one. Munchies. Vinegar Syndrome, the last films of Hersher Gordon Lewis. Is that wife going to be reviewing some of the gay porn stuff? My wife wouldn't even review the other porn stuff. She will buy that stuff for me. She will get me gifts that has that stuff, and then she says, "Here you go. It's for your channel. I don't need to watch it." And with that, she has movies that she likes. So I'm like, enjoy your film, honey. And it makes for a good relationship, actually. Last time the Herschel Gordon Lewis. So before Herschel Gordon Lewis started to do the films where you like the gore films, he did a few of the nudie cuties. But unlike Russ Meyer, he wasn't exactly very good at it. So I wouldn't, if you're a completionist of Herschel Gordon Lewis, I would say yes, great. Bam, grab this release. But if you're not, then you can pass it by. It was one of their first releases, though. The Bees, you saw that one. So we both love the Bees.
Okay.
Yeah, we have that. Well, yeah, we watched it. It was Dad and the kids and Raj were there. Yeah, it was, I think it's my birthday one year. So we watched the Bees. It's got the John Saxon and John Carradine. So you can't go wrong with that one. It's a lot of fun. Do you need the box for the Rudy Ray Moore films? There's a box for it. Blue Ice, which I think I don't remember Blue Ice. Is that Herschel Savage? It is Herschel Savage, Jamie Gillis, Ray Alder, Ron Jeremy. Yeah, this is not going to be her thing. I don't remember Blue Ice myself either. I think my dad has this one, actually. One of your favorites? One buy. It's like my dad really liked this one. I think this was an early buy for him, too. Now, as far as the adult stuff go, I won't be able to talk about much of it on here. I will be on the Patreon, though. But I'll just quickly go over Trashy Lady with Ginger Lynn. Doesn't have no opinion on that one. It's a great one, though. It's a really good one. Harry Reams is in it, and Ginger Lynn is really good. It's pretty much a reverse Pygmalion. We have a Woman's Torment here with Roberta Finley. They're a really good one. Actually, the R-rated cut of that is better than the X-rated cut. So I'd say if you watch it, watch the R-rated cut. That's her preferred cut of the film. And think of it as kind of a repulsion with a less questionable director behind it. I got my phone plugged in, and we've got a new little cat. You want to come here? I wonder if he'll come up. So before I go any further, I want to show you something, guys. Here's the thing. Hopefully, hello. Say hi. There you go. A stiff competition I wondered about, actually. That's our second cat. They actually get along way better than I thought they were going to. And they actually groom each other. That's Goosey, or Goose Laflurkin, because he's French, and we love Captain Marvels. Get stiff competition. Mhm. Sugar Cookies, Lynn Lowry. I love Lynn Lowry, and so anything she's in. Again, it's got like Mary Warnoff. I actually did like that film. No, it won't be for everybody. It's not. Again, it is a bit slower. It's a bit different. Lynn Lowry plays two roles in the film, but I enjoyed it. Graduation Day. If you're a slasher fan, you're probably going to have this one already. If you don't, and you're a slasher fan, you want to get it. Patrick McKenzie plays a very different type of slasher heroine than you normally see. She's not the babysitter or the virgin girl or the girl next door type of thing. She's a girl that's come home after being away. She doesn't get along with the parents. She's you know the she really doesn't get along with her dad or stepdad. It's a fun film, and there's a lot to be like. I'm looking forward to when I actually get around to reviewing this film for my new series, because it's going to be interesting to look into. Uh, Ron Jeremy makes you sick. Ron Jeremy makes a lot of people sick, Mike, especially right now. Screw Ron Jeremy, or don't. Frightmare. That's one I gotta watch. I gotta rewatch. I watched that one initially when I was in St. John's, and I watched Frightmare and another film. They were in the same time, and I was really tired. I wasn't feeling the greatest, so I always thought, oh, I hate this movie, but I got to give it another chance, because there's some actors in this that I really like, and I didn't even realize it. Actually, I got them. I got the Slasher Classics collection. That's the one. That's the one that I do have. We were in London at the time when the Slasher Classics collection had just, pretty much just come out. So we got the first like 5 or 6 or somewhere around there. Don't answer the phone. We couldn't answer our phone a few minutes ago because the internet was out and the phone was attached to it. The Severed Arm. Apparently, it's supposed to be a really good film, but the case still doesn't look good to me. Severed Arm, huh?
I have no idea what it's about.
It's these men are trapped, and they end up having to eat someone, and then like it's a murder mystery.
No.
Actually, you would like it. You would like this film. The Naughty Victorians. Ew. Perfect Strangers with Larry Cohen. It's been a long time since I've seen that one, so I really can't give a recommendation either way on that one. 11th Commandment. Okay. Memorial Valley Massacre. Not a good movie, but I enjoyed it. So I had a lot of fun with this one. It's super cheesy. It comes off as kind of like one of those weird, like kind of slasher, backwoods killer type of films. But back in the day, like if you bought any like BCI, like multi-packs or Mill Creek multi-packs, it was on every one. The quality was crap, was utter crap. Now I got it here, and it's barely watchable. But apparently the Vinegar Syndrome edition of it is is a revelation. So if you like that, I definitely recommend it. It's a good film. Well, it's good. It's a fun slasher film. It's not going to be. It's no great mystery to the killer. High School Fantasies, Renee Bond. I don't know that one as well. Though I do have, I think that's mentioned in my Nightmare USA book. So I'll be looking at the Nightmare USA book during the sale, by the way. Phantasm Comes Again is that's not adult titles, actually. Although it's on Peakorama, it is actually the titles from Australia. And they were kind of like their softer core comedy films. Think of like maybe the Stanley Long films, like Adventures of a Plumber, Adventures of a Carpenter, Adventures of a Private Eye, that type of thing. Here's one here's where I get some interest from him. Vinegar Syndrome Labs. Kuroku, Beast of the Amazon from 1950.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Vinegar Syndrome Labs, Flesh and Fantasy, a 1930s portmanteau with Edward G. Robinson, filmed in France.
Yeah, that's nice.
And then there's Her Name Was Lisa. And the newest Vinegar Syndrome Labs. Hey there, Ragnar. What do you think that is? Do you think it's frogs? I think it's frogs. I don't think some people think it's like Hell Comes to Frogtown. I think it's going to be frogs. They've had a lot of MGM releases. I think we're going to get a 4K upgrade to frogs. I wouldn't mind that because I missed out on Scream Factory's frogs. You know, I was iffy on Alien Private Eye, but I'll check it out one of these days. The Cat Creeps, another 1940s film. And The Cat Creeps, another 1940s film done for Vinegar Syndrome. Now, as I get down to some of the other stuff, I will be checking like things I think are going to be low in like their in their print run. We'll check on that. So we got Roller Babies, Man of Venus, which it's a Peakorama one. What I recommend from the sales selection? Is there a sales selection here already from Vinegar Syndrome? I'll check afterwards. Let me just do something right here because there used to be once upon a time. Oh, and there used to have their staff picks, and we always bought stuff from staff picks because they would have stuff from like Blue Underground and like other companies. Great stuff. But we'll be going like over the next month, like through as the sale goes on, we're going to be looking at the site, looking at the numbers, doing the counts. But and you'll get a lot of recommendations. I'll actually be bringing down like titles. I'm not sure if you can see behind me. I probably can't very well, but like that whole roll shelving right there, that's all Vinegar Syndrome. So trust me when I say I will be able to give you a lot of recommendations when it comes to this. Corruption is actually it's a bit of a roughie. It's good. Most people buy Corruption because Last House on Dead End Street is like a secret film on there. Oh, Video Violence, Panic. Oh, Panic. I'm a big television movie person, Owen, and one of the best sets that I got from Fun City, well, the best set, one of the best TV movie sets that are out there is Primetime Panic. If that's available, I 100% recommend that one. That one is actually right, and I will show you right now because I'm pretty sure I got it right here. For those that don't know, like Fun City Editions now are going with MVD company entertainment as opposed to Vinegar Syndrome, unfortunately. So I'll be dropping in and out to show you guys stuff. So right now this is the Primetime Panics Fun City Edition set. This one was on sale. If this one is still available, I would 100% recommend it. It is a great set. It is a hard box. The way that it's done has some great stuff. So we have Dreams Don't Die here. This one has James Broderick, Paul Winfield. This is a really good one. So we got Freedom with Mary. Is this one with Mary Winham? I think it is. Yeah, Jennifer Warren. And the third one here actually is the one with Jennifer Jason Leigh. And this one has a bit of this one has an R-rated cut. There's some great features in here, some fantastic stuff. Definitely recommend the titles. Each one of these have a like reversible, like alternate artwork. Just show you one of them right there. So this is Death Ride to Osaka, otherwise known as Girls of the White Orchard. So I don't have everything, but like when I got something, if you guys are like want to see it, we will actually take time to stop and look at some of these releases. And we'll go into some of these more in depth. I didn't mind Censor. I got Censor actually. I'll show you the release of Censor 2 afterwards. It's a great one. Have 5 Vinegar Syndrome releases. You got Jack Frost. You have recommendation movies. I'm recommending all the way through, Sarah. So just keep an eye and get a pen or a pencil. So we got Cthulhu Mansion here. What are your thoughts, Hin, on Cthulhu Mansion? It is by Juan Picard Simon. And you're going to remember him from, do you know the movie? I remember him from Pieces. And it has, I don't have this one, but it has a documentary called Simon's Jigsaw, A Trip to the Universe of Juan Picard Simon, a Spanish feature-length documentary tribute on the life and career of the director. Recommendation on that one?
Sure. Yeah.
I'd say Dark Tower. People go back and forth. on Dark Tower. Uh, I like Jenny Agutter. I know it's not like the fastest movie in the world, but I have fun with it. Hitcher in the Dark is a much better film. I really like that one. It is another Lindsay film. We don't. I don't I think it might be the only Lindsay we got from Vinegar Syndrome. Josie Bissett, long before long before the Melrose Place days or any of that type of stuff, is the lead actress in this one here, and I really enjoyed this one. Dave, see, I got second for that. Really enjoyed Cthulhu Mansion. Peakorama's Sex World 4K. Obviously, Hen wants that one. 100%. Right?
Yeah.
You do? Sex World on 4K?
Sure.
Yeah. It's like Westworld. Like, it's the same thing. Death Promise is here. Last Gasp, which is a kind of a slasher film uh, with Robert Patrick. We have Rush Week, which I liked. I don't own Rush Week anymore. I used to have a DVD back that day, Rush Week, and I thought it was okay. It wasn't one I jumped at. I did wish that I got it for the $10 during the sale, because they had a $10 sale like at the beginning of the year, and I bought like 6 titles. But if I would have been smart, I would have bought Last Gasp and Rush Week as well. But I don't know if I bought it for like it's half price. Because guys, here's the thing: remember, when you're looking at these sales here, if this is your first Vinegar Syndrome sale, it's going to be half price off the SRP. So what that means is when you see the crossed out price, that's the regular price of it. That's the suggested retail price. So if you see something that's there right now, like Rush Week is $24.99, that's the sale price now. When it comes time for the sale, it is $34.98. So it's going to be around like $14.99 for the sale price of it, as opposed to did I get it right? No, $17.50, right? Aaron thinks on his math. So yeah, $17.50. It'd be around $17.50 Canadian, around no, United States. We're on US prices there. $17.50 United States. The Sellers, the decent title. Alien from LA. Here's one where I ate crow. Like here's the thing. On this channel, if I make a mistake or if I crap on a movie and I get it and I'm wrong, I'm the first person to call me out on that on that thing. I don't mind that. I have no shame in calling myself out. I bitched about Alien from LA for so long, and then I got it and I loved it. I really did. So, and rest in peace, Albert Pion. Albert Pion, is that pronounced right? You got 22. Oh, that is so good. Through the Fire, I do have, but I'll be honest with you, I have not yet watched Through the Fire. Yeah, Flesh for Frankenstein is Vinegar Syndrome, Dave. Definitely well worth the price. And Severin did Blood for Dracula, which is also really good. The Wildens are going to kill me. The Lamp, or the was known as The Outing. It was put out on DVD originally from Vinegar Syndrome, from Scream Factory, but this is a much improved edition. And I definitely got a recommendation of that one. Killer's Delight I like too. It's not going to be for everybody. John Carlin's in that one. Carlin was probably best known for the being the husband in Cagney and Lacey, and of course being Willie in the original series Twin Peaks. But he's an actor. He's one of those character actors that's done a lot of stuff. And he plays the killer in this. Not like anything you gotta. I didn't ruin it for you. Like, it's not a mystery. He's the killer right from the start of the film. Here's one that I really enjoyed, and I didn't think I was going to. And I watched this with my cousin Raj, and I think you got to watch this one. Actually, you would like this. It's called Tough Guys Don't Dance. So it stars Ryan O'Neal and Isabella Rossellini, and it's probably best known for that famous GIF with the whole like where he's reading the letter and he's like, no. But it was directed by the guy that wrote the book, Norman Mailer. And yeah, Norman Mailer directed a movie. So just that kind of cure on its own. You want to on the type budget. Oh, I'm always on the type budget. If you like Giallo, Sarah, I'd say look at some Giallo stuff, especially if some of the boxes go down in price. That way you can emphasize getting more bang for your buck. Some forgotten Giallo sets. We're going to be looking at those through in some of these videos here. We're going to be going a whole month of Vinegar Syndrome, Severin, Halfway to Black Friday videos. So you get lots. So tune in. You get lots of recommendations. Girl School Screamers. I got to say it the way Raj says. That you have to say it. So you can't say Girl School Screamers because if you've ever watched the trailer, they don't say it. they say girl, school, screamers. But yeah, it's a little tame for what I expected from the film. Get the collar. Don't read anything about it. Uh, don't see anything but the collar before you get it. I don't know if my better half has watched the collar yet. I don't think she has, but it's a film, Sarah, that has basically two actors throughout most of the film: Malcolm McDowell and the lead female actress, whose name I apologize escapes me. Um, but it's a really really good film. It's one of those with a twist that you will not guess. It's an impossible to guess twist, but it's a really good twist, and you would like that one. Annie Lee's Meat Pies, it was kind of iffy. Shallow Grave is a good one. It's a really good one actually. I enjoyed Shallow Grave a lot. If you like Seven and you want like kind of a Seven-esque type of film, Resurrection with because it's directed by Russell McKay who did Highlander, and of course it's got Chris Lambert starring in it. That's a fun little film. Resurrection is. Devil's Story. If you like really crazy movies that make no sense, but you enjoy them just because they're insane, Devil's Story is definitely that. Me and my cousin Roger, again, we watched this one together. We had a blast. The lead actress is really good. She never did anything else after the film, and the director was an ass. Actually, there's an interview with the director, and director was like, it was all the cast's fault. I didn't. This didn't work out. It wasn't my fault at all. I was like, no, I literally caused people not to act again. You kind of suck. But the actress was good. Blades gets a lot of color on this channel. We got some big fans of Blades on here. It's pretty much a Jaws riff, except with a lawnmower, and instead of him being in the ocean, it's at a golf course. Go to Goodwill. I miss Goodwill. Debbie Does Dallas Part 2. If you like Part 1, you like Part 2. The Laughing Dead's another one I got, which I still haven't watched. Trauma, Argento's Trauma. It's not one of Argento's best works, but it's a lot of fun. It's early work with Isaiah Argento. We got some great cast. It's got a great cast in it. He made two films over in North America. But they were Trauma and Two Evil Eyes, a film that he did with George Romero, where they both kind of did like a mini film, put it together. But Trauma is his Americanized Giallo style film. So I definitely, I'll give her a right. If you like Giallos and you want like something that's not too Giallo, I guess I want to put it that way. Definitely recommend Trauma. Trauma, your recommendation on Trauma before you go? It's Argento.
I don't know.
Piper Laurie.
Yeah.
Killer's Delight is like the severed arm. A very good film. Killer's Delight is a good film, actually. Creature. Again, I had fun with Creature. I really enjoyed that one. Steel and Lace was a bit of a watch the kitty behind you, by the way. Steel and Lace is it's a bit of fun. It is a SA revenge film without the SA in it, so it kind of helps out a lot. Basically it starts after she's been assaulted at the trial. After she's been assaulted, it starts at the trial, and the trial doesn't go her way, and she kills herself. So her brother comes and brings her back as like the cyborg character, and she starts to get revenge on the men that attacked her. Curfew is one that I bought and I don't have yet. I bought it during the sale, but it is at my dad's in Canada. So it's got Kyle Richards on it, which is one of the reasons I bought it. I really like Kyle Richards in the new in the Halloween films. I wish he would have done more in Halloween Ends, but there you go. Master of the World. I was never a big fan of Master of the World, so this wasn't one I was going to grab. You may like it; it may be your jam, but it always came off as a low rent, not quite as good version of I don't know, Clan the Cave Bear, or like something, a Quest for Fire, something along that lines. Just like a not so good addition to that. Peak rhyme titles, but we'll go over those on on the Crimson Cult. Sister Sister, I'm a Southern Gothic fan, so I did like Sister Sister. I had a lot of fun with this one. Now, that being said, I'll tell you right now, Sister Sister is one uh, that does run a bit slow. So if take that in consideration. Weird Children at Play. It's been years since I've seen it. Reform School Girls I actually saw in theater, and I do have the Arrow Drome, the Arrow edition, when they had done DVD. And I like this film. It was not as sleazy as I wanted it to be. That was like that was seriously my complaint. My complaint's a kid when I went saw it in theater. It was my complaint. That now it's a fun film, but it's like totally not as sleazy as you think it's going to be. Alien Private Eye, I don't know, but apparently somebody here likes that one a lot. Scared to Death, again, a lot of fun with that one. Voyage of the Rock Aliens is one I want to get. I don't have it yet. Shriek and the Mutilated, if you're a bad cinema connoisseur, Shriek the Mutilated is one that I do recommend. It is sort of in the Bigfoot Yeti genre of films, but it's just insane. I talk about it on here all the time, but it's one that I definitely recommend. It's not a good movie. It's like no way am I going to tell you that Shriek the Mutilated is anyway a good movie, but under the right conditions with the right people, it's a fun movie. Like The Room is not a good movie, but The Room can be a fun movie. Things is not a good movie, but Things can be a fun movie. Nail Gun Massacre is not a good movie, but it's a fun movie. Shriek of the Mutilated is much along those lines. Hot Snake, Guns and Guts. It's Rene Cardona Jr. did third to one of those. I'm not a really big fan of the director, so I didn't even feel like grabbing it. The Birds 2, Land's End. It's okay. I mean, it's better than Birdemic, but that's not a high bar. Mutant Hunt. I barely remember that one. Buried Alive. Actually, there's so many freaking Buried Alives. I think I enjoyed this one. Iceman Comp I didn't have. Blood Delirium I didn't have, so I can't talk about that one. The Bad Guy in Alien Private Eye has a picture of Hitler as well. Yeah, so you gotta love that. Actually, Don't Up Till Christmas I really really enjoyed. I love Don't Up Till Christmas. Great film. Again, like great film in the Christmas horror films. Beast in Space with Serpa Lanes, not too bad. Surf 2 I wouldn't recommend. Like it's okay. But it's not something that I'd give a good like Surf 2 is one of those if you find it for $5 or $10, like yes. At $20, yeah, no, I'm gonna go with no. Beast in Space, like if you like Beasts, and like the original was done, of course, by a guy, a director's name I can't pronounce, right? Boro. But it's the same lead actress, Serpa Lane. She came into the Italian knockoff one too. Deb's Terror, I had a lot of fun with. Bio Zombies, I don't have, but I did like it back in the day. Like $10, yeah, $10 is great. Like getting Surf 2 for $10 is fantastic. Spending $20 for it on the sale, if you got extra money, sure. But there's better titles. I'll go past peek around ones. Vacation of Terror, again, I don't have it, so I really can't talk on that one. And I don't want to give you guys recommendations stuff I don't have. If I went for a killer, again, I like Jello. Evil Laugh. Is Evil Laugh a good movie? Not really. Is it like a bit of fun? Yeah. Is it by a kind of problematic director? Like depending on so, yes. It's by the guy. So for those who don't know, Evil Laugh is a kind of a supernatural slasher film, if I remember correctly. Not a good one. But it's directed by the guy that played Joey in I think it was Joey, his name is character, in Friday the 13th Part 5. He's the one gets axed at the beginning of the film anyway. The one that's it's like, hey, don't tell them, Victor, but I got another chocolate bar right here. That's the way you're going to be about a Vic. Anyway, Nothing Underneath Too Beautiful to Die. It was a modern, more of a modern slasher, not slasher, sorry, Giallo noir, like 80s era, later 80s era Giallo, much in the fashionista fashion line. Hey, the cake, welcome, man. I don't know if Ricky O was in 4K. I thought it was. I thought somebody put it out. I wasn't sure if it got a 4K release or not. Check 88 Films. Okay, I thought they were the ones. But Nothing Underneath Too Beautiful to Die, yes, grab that one. The Grave is another one that I bought that's still waiting for me in Canada. Yeah, yeah, the guy getting chopped. That's the director of Evil Laugh. Hard Rock Zombies. I don't remember Hard Rock Zombies very well, but I really liked Slaughterhouse Rock back in the day, so I'd get it for that. Horror High Stanley. That's a lot of fun, especially Stanley. I like those like Carrie like clone films. This one's Carrie but it's a guy with snakes. Righting Wrongs is a lot of fun. It is, of course, it does not star Cynthia Rothrock. She is like, one of the secondary leads. It's a Yoban, it's a Jan Bo film. It's got a great little like documentary on like on different on like martial arts cinema on there as well. Like I think it was narrated by John Saxon too. Don't Home to Christmas, I do recommend. Two Undercover Angels is Jess Franco. Don't expect that to be and Kiss Me Count Monster. It's fun. I think what's Jose who was worried who didn't think was sleazy enough. Uh, but I enjoy them. I do have like a blind spot when it comes to Franco. I do like Franco a lot. I had fun with Writing Wrongs. Made in Hong Kong. This one won't be on sale, I don't think. But if it is, grab it. But I don't think it's going to be on sale. Whatever it takes, that'll be on sale. A lot of these VSA stuff will probably sell out. Just to let you guys know. Fortress of America. I have this would have to be like this is the one that I wanted on the $10 sale because I can only like buy this one if it's $10. I can't buy it for any more. I guess like you think about it, man. When you do the time, you kind of like do the crime, do the time type of thing. Which I know that sounds sort of like harsh, but yeah, I'm not saying it's bad. It's just not. It's very different. If Fortress America, here's the weird thing about Stan. If Fortress America had come out and it had been a a regular Vinegar Syndrome release, not a VSA, but a Vinegar Syndrome release, I would have had no problem with that. But it was just putting a trauma in the VSA lineup really rubbed me the wrong way. Like it really did. It was the moment where I said I don't need to collect VSAs. Like I don't need them all. Right before that moment, I was getting every VSA, and when that happened, I was like, I'll get the ones I like. Expect No Mercy, Jaleel Merhe, and Billy Blanks. It is what it is. It's kind of fun. It's fun. It's cheese. You know exactly. It's low budget, like action. Which is pretty much what VSAs have gotten like too, like low budget action. If you're lucky, you'll get like a horror film or Santos, something like that. Red Surface here, it's not a bad one. Cyber Vengeance, it's not again it's low budget action. So I'm asking the Idol. Red Sun Rising is here. Moon of the Wolf, that was a TV film actually with David Jansen from The Fugitive. So definitely recommendation on that one. Oh, by the way, if you're here and you're enjoying this, please like, share, subscribe, do all those good things. We do have a Patreon channel. The link is down below. And there will be a lot of special live videos on the Patreon channel this month, along with some stuff like my life in horror, as well as some other big goodies that I have not announced yet. You can also, of course, super chat or give us a super sticker. It does help out. We are at a point now. We are not going to make the this month. We're not going to make the threshold again. So it helps out. Or you can donate to the channel if you want to. But either way, we just love having you guys here. Thriller Cruel Picture I really liked. Some people thought it wasn't like dark enough. Like surprisingly, some people like, okay, it's not dark enough. It's not sleazy enough. And I get that, but I like it. I'm a big fan of Christine Lindbergh as well. White Dog, Criterion put that out, I think. I'm not sure if that's a 4K or not. I'd wait if Criterion hasn't given it 4K. Wait, because it'll get a 4K. Well, now be fair. Sworn to Justice we do get to see a bit more of like Cynthia Rothrock. So there's that. Massage Party Murders, I enjoyed, though it's a weird one. It's not gonna be for everybody. And the Massage Party Murders is great if you live in New York, especially because you get like that, like scenes shot outside New York back in like in the day. So that's great. But yeah, I watched one just twice. I better have watched with me once, watch it twice. Ted Bundy, yeah, okay. Mexican Gothic, the films of Carlos Enrique Taboada. Again, I don't have. Madman, I love this film. Pretty much like The Burning and Madman came out pretty much around the same time, and they're both going to be the Legend of Cropsey. So Cropsey was it's a legend, basically this child abductor, this killer. Uh, and The Burning was made about that, but the Legend of Cropsey, and so Madman was originally going to be, but they couldn't have two movies kind of the same thing. Uh, so they changed it to Madman Mars. So much. Well, it's the most you'll ever see. That's a Draxa Sucks is it's an adult film, but it's one that I will recommend because I did like James Gill's performance in this one. Terminal Island, I really really enjoyed. I did not know that I was going to, but I did, and so much more than I thought. Tom Selleck is really good in this. Roger Mosley, also from Magnum PI, is in this as well, who does a great job. I thought this was a great one, a great little 4K transfer. Sassy VCRs, I don't think so, man. She doesn't watch that stuff. Her favorite movies are like Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, and, Indiana Jones. Censor, I enjoyed it. I know some people like. I'm not. I'm not quite sure what people were expecting, but I guess maybe something a little bit more darker. Ticks is a lot of fun. I like Ticks. A Bowl of Cinnamon I didn't like, but I'm alone in that one. Censor's like a decent. Let me see if I can see. I'll show if I can see my censor one here, and I don't go too far to get it. Hold on, right? So just give you an idea, like with Censor, this is the release. It was VSP number 2. Has a great. So when you open it up, it has like there's a hard box, and there's like the fake movies by that director are used for the slipcover, like so Beastman and like Asunder, like a Frederick North film. And when you open it up, you get like some completely different like cover art right here. Some good features, short film on here as well. Stuff. There is a booklet that comes with Censor too, so there's a whole like write up on here by Alexander Helder Nicholas, who does some great stuff. And there's the other artwork for Censor right there. So there's a lot of different art and style, and I like the package, like the way it was put together. I had fun with the film. I enjoyed it. May not be everybody's jam, but I kind of dug it. But if that makes you curious, well, there you go. See, guys, not only do I come in here and make these videos, but I come in here and actually leap Spider-Man up the room for you. Watch the DVD Freeway. Well, it was a fun movie, but I'm not sure you need the VS release. I get that, actually. 80 slasher fan. Well, if you don't have Graduation, they say, or get that one for sure. Scary 61st. I don't recommend that film, actually. It's a weird film by some weird people. Stage Fright, not 4K yet. Actually, I love Stage Fright. That's one of my favorite movies of all time. It's Mikel Suave, or Suave. But I think it didn't. wasn't recently. I'm pretty sure like Cinesnob recently talked about it, but it's one of the first films I watched with my better half, and I love the movie. It's fantastic. The one of the lead actors in it, unfortunately, just recently passed away. Oh no, I know you mean 1987. It's got a Blu-ray release, but so far it doesn't have a 4K release. I only have the DVD release of it so far. I need to get the Blu-ray. I'm waiting to get the one from England. Actually, it had a few more features on it. Incredible Melting Man, like I got a Blu-ray of it, but I don't know if I need to get a 4K. A masterpiece. Yeah, it is. Did you know that that was that was his directorial debut? Uh, he worked a lot with Argento. He was kind of like he worked on Argento, and of course, he was an actor too because he was like and he had the actor's looks. He was a good looking dude. So you see him in like movies, but he had kind of like an offness about him, like just in the eyes type thing. So you see him in movies like Demons, where he plays the guy with the silver mask. It's really good. I mean, I like the fact that it came out from Blue Underground. Like, it really makes me think there's going to be 4K eventually, and I'm waiting for that. Freeway's here. Freeway Two. Um, Freeway Two is a better film. Freeway is a better film. Freeway Two is a weirder film. Well, it definitely. Well, have you seen all his films? Have you seen The Church? Which is a great film, by the way. But Werewolf versus Vampire Women is a strong recommendation for me. Like a super super strong recommendation for me. Not just because I love it, no, Panashi, and I think it's one of his better works, but also because it's one of the more accessible works. It's the kind of the monster type film. Uh, and there's the documentary on it. Like I mentioned, every time I talk about this film, The Man Who Saw Frankenstein Cry is 1,000,000% worth getting. I said Second Beth work. I forgot about Sect actually, and I do own the Sect with Kelly Curtis actually, Jamie Curtis' sister. Next up, we have Prime Range. I don't have Skid Side X-Ray. I got that from Scream Factory. Yeah, from Scream Factory when it initially came out. I would love to get the 4K of this one. My better half's like, you've got it. You don't need the 4K. But I really like Skid Side. I really like X-Ray. X-Ray is not a good movie, but it's a fun freaking movie. So I definitely recommend like checking that out. Now it is going to be around $25. So got to commit, right? Thriller is going to be the same thing. Blade in the Dark is here. I really enjoy that film. That's just a May up. That's going to be one of the normal ones during the sale. Forgotten Jelly, Volume 3. Definite recommendation on that. I will actually show you that too, by the way, because I know some of you guys are asking about the Forgotten Jelly set. So I will pick up Volume 3 and show you, because some of the other ones that weren't on sale before will definitely be on sale now. Like I only have the first 3 of the Forgotten Jelly sets. I don't yet have the fourth one. Hell Knight does. I think Scream Factory put that recently. I had to look back on it though. This is Forgotten Jelly Volume 3. And if you've never seen a Forgotten Jelly set, now no, once they go out of print, like these go to print, they come back in standard slimline edition, so it looks just like a regular Blu-ray case with 3 movies put into it. When the box sets are out, they're like this. And again, it's a hard box, much like Primetime Panic was. And the 3 films in here are Crazy Desires of Murder. Really, really enjoyed this one. Murder Mansion. Loved this film. And Autopsy, which is probably the most known film. And I like this one too. But I think maybe Crazy Desires of Murder might have been my favorite. But this, by the way, Sarah, is the Forgotten Jelly sets. And when they go down in price, definitely recommend it. I love this artwork right here. I hate this artwork right here, like this, like face thing. But there you go. Hopefully that helps out. Psych. That was a long time ago, wasn't it? That was in print. Corona collection. I don't recommend it, but if you like it, man, that's your jam. Go for it. And if you watch Christine, actually the female lead in Christine, John Carpenter's Christine, she would go on being Baywatch, but she had a twin sister. So if you're watching the film, there's a sequence where she's on this God, what is it? Kind of a forklift or something like that, like kind of one of those machines. And that's not her. Actually, it's her twin sister who just went in for like one kind of a joke for one sequence. Miami Connection, definitely recommend that one. If that's on sale, it's gonna be $30, but it's Miami Connection, guys. It's super cool. Roadhouse, another great one there. Sidekicks is a lot of fun. Showgirls, that'll be regular price. The Homegrown Horrors Volume 1, it's $80. It's gonna be $40. So Will Televised Terror Volume 1. I recommend both of those. Though you got to know what you're getting into with that. Like Camille Keaton in Italy. Hey there, couch. Go on Jello Benders quite often. Exactly. Like I'm so I got the when the sale of the Arrow had their Easter Carnage sale was ended today, by the way. I got the Jello Essentials wine, like black edition, and I cannot wait to get those. So I really want more releases. I actually think that the Camille Keaton in Italy set that got a lot of hate is a bit of a sleeper. Uh, yeah, it's a bit of a sleeper. I would say might be worth a get. Flesh for Frankenstein, of course, is a lot of fun, but you gotta like Paul Morrissey stuff. If you don't like Paul Morrissey, you're not gonna win you over. Televised Terror, that's why you rock, man. Televised Terror is awesome. Yeah, a lot of people it got a lot of hate, man. And I was unsure when I first got it because of one film, actually, Sex of the Witch. I think Sex of the Witch. But it's one of those where the more I watched, the more I went back to it. I'm like, this is so well done. This is such a well done set. I don't think Radioactive Dreams is like people keep like guessing. Like every time there's like a Vinegar Syndrome, like a new VSU, which is Vinegar Syndrome Ultra, it's their 4K line announced. Everybody thinks it's going to be Radioactive Dreams. Dad, the Camille said a lot. See there. Yes, you are my people. The Forgotten Jelly Volume 4 and 5 sets, the ones I don't have, well, they've been bumped up to $90. That's going to be $45 to grab these. So let's go in because I don't have these, but I have seen all the films on these here several times actually. Arbella Black Angel, it's super sleazy, but I really enjoyed it. But know that there's lots of nude. I mean, like there's you see a Jowl and like, oh look, there's some nudity. No, Arabella Black Angel, it's a lot of a lot. Killer is Still Among Us. That was a fun one. I enjoyed that one. Ernest Custodi, that one, right? Yep, Ernest Custodi kind of covered that one. Sister of Ursula again is another really sleazy one. I really enjoyed it too. It's Barbara Magnolfi and her boyfriend at the time, Mark Porrell, who unfortunately died way too early. He had like issues with with drugs. Unfortunate was unfortunate. He died too young. But really good film. I really liked it. Definitely one of the most unique weapons you're going to see in one of these films. But high recommendation on Volume 4, especially with like commentaries with Alexander Heller Nicholas is here as well. Like talking with the right director. We got a commentary with Rachel Nesbitt. We got an audio essay with Alexander Heller Nicholas. So definitely recommendation of that one. Volume 5 we'll look at here. I'm trying to remember which one this one is. A White Dress for Marielle. I don't remember this one quite as well. Tropical Cancer. I kind of remember. It was okay. And 9 Guests for a Crime. Richardson, I think John Richardson. Come on. Don't quite remember. I apologize. But Volume 4, I can definitely recommend. And there is the Homegrown Horrors Volume 2, which is a slasher one. So if you like regional slasher films, that's the type to get right there. Now, before we go any further, what I want to do right now is I wanted to dive really quickly, and we'll come right back to it, into the news that, oh, God, I can't go into it because hold on a second. Severin, WTF. What the hell, guys? What the hell? I don't know about Homegrown Horse that disappointed you, but Homegrown Horse too. So I'm gonna now try and show you the Severin page. Sorry about that. So as you can see right here, the brought back the around the world bundle. So basically, what they did was if you ordered the Black Emmanuel set and missed out on the bundle, it was $295. You could go in and upgrade your set to a bundle, and for $100, so it comes to $295. What you're missing, by the way, is there were some cards, some basically behind the scenes stuff from Emmanuel. We're in like 24 like cards, and they didn't change. I was kind of surprised they didn't kind of like even lower the price, by even like $10. But they kept it the same price, so you can still buy it without the pictures with the post with the picture cards for with the pen and the passport and the Seven Airlines tote bag and the fashion playset and the board game. All Colors of Dark's great Martino film. I actually have the T-shirt for that one. Severin put it out, and I actually got it from Shameless Screen Entertainment too. But definitely a recommendation on that one right there. So if you missed out on the bundle, you can still get it. And if anybody wants to help me get the bundle, there you go, right there. There's a group of people lost in the desert and people dressed up scarecrows kill. I don't know. 10 regular release, none of the fancy sets are in there. The fancy sets, they have some good fancy sets. Some pretty great stuff, actually. That I would give like strong recommendations to. Now, during the sale, some of the partner labels, not all, like will be on sale as well. Now, there's no indication that those are going to be 50% off though. But there's a few that I would totally want to grab. Lady Street Fighter was a lot of fun. I like Lady Street Fighter. A horrible film, but it's such a fun watch. Haven't seen Vinyl Nation. I've heard like, can anybody like give me any help here? I've heard mixed things on ETR Media. I'm very curious about a lot of their stuff because I'm a huge documentary fan. But I've heard kind of mixed messages with some of the ETR Media documentaries. So if you guys like have a recommendation, if you think they're good, let me know. Timmy does demons. Yeah, that one didn't even interest me. I was like, no, I don't even need to see the trailer for that one. Gina by CIP, super interesting. Gina, really like I'm Canadian, obviously, so I'm gonna have a kind of a bias towards Canadian exploitation films. But yeah, I just love the cover for Guilty Pleasures. I know nothing about it. I never even looked at the trailer for that one. If there's a movie I like and I think I'm going to get it, I'll often not look at the trailer just to be sure. Glow, the story of the gorgeous ladies of wrestling was a really good documentary. Hitman Heart Wrestling with Shadows, also a fantastic documentary. And by the way, you don't even have to like wrestling to like those documentaries. They're just really good documentaries. Attack the Beach Creatures is not a good film, but I have like such nostalgia for it. I had like the big like VHS clam showcase back in the day. Undead is actually a pretty good film from Umbrella Entertainment. Like that's definitely a good film. I got an old version of that one. Don't know if I no, I have this one. I just don't have the slipcover because Umbrella. I was reviewing for Umbrella at the time. Actually, oh my god, I like Vanity. The movie was, but I watch it like everybody else. Okay, I watch for Vanity. I barely remember the film. I know what you're talking about, uh, but like most people, watch for Vanity. I think we're alone now. This is a good documentary, actually. So this is an ETR media one that I can recommend. It's about two people that are obsessed with Tiffany, the singer, like from the '80s. The girl that I think this. Rather, I think we're alone now. Like other songs. I had like a wall of like Tiffany and Alyssa Milano and Debbie Gibson posters. I was that age, right? Oh, came up from Severin. I mean, it's you're talking about the shot on video, and it's like, um, what he's talking about is the one that they did. Is one of their God, what's the name of it again? Like, it's not great. It's okay. It's time, yeah, Dark Harvest and Escapes was the other one. Like this is, I don't think this is available anymore from them. Because I think they sold out of all their DVDs. Tanya's Island. I totally forgot the name of it. I could not get it at all. Oh, Vandy's perfect. I love Vandy. A Minefield. I enjoyed. Are you going? See, both her sisters live next door to us now, so often I'll be like, "Hey, hon, you want to donate?" And I'll turn around, and she's gone at the door. She's escaped. She's got away from watching cheesy movies with me or playing video games because she escapes to her sisters. Say hi for me. They had to say on this, and I kick myself for missing out on it. But the Doris Wishman film, sets. Again, not good films, but I like them. The Doris Wishman stuff. They had the Daylight Years, the Twilight Years, and another one. They all go together with Magnetic Cases, kind of like they were going to do with the Reno Cardona Jr. Titles, which, by the way, was beyond like unfortunately the director passed away. So, well, the son's director, the son of the director passed away. So it changed a lot of things. I wouldn't be surprised if some of the old Severin SOV DVDs got Blu-ray upgrades. I don't really want it though, because they're shot on video titles. I don't think they need to be on Blu-ray. Uh, I get it, but it seems kind of productive to me. It's like it's a shot on video title. Like, is there really, if you can get it, like, is quality, because it's going to be crappy quality anyway. Did not explain where the frog comes from. It could be a couple places. A lot of people are thinking it's going to be like Hell Comes to Frogtown and one of the two sequels from Hell Comes to Frogtown, because there are two sequels. However, as you know, obviously, they put out stuff like Schizide and Schizosaurus, yes, Schizo, and they put out Death Wish 2 and stuff like that. So they have like the MGM catalog. So there's a strong thought that it could be frogs, like a 4K of frogs with a bunch of special features. So, guys, you want to see Sam Elliott before he got his mustache? We may be able to see him on 4K. Infinite resolution. Would you want, like, I'd say like Blu-ray, like, because you're not working with film, right? You're working with like video. So there's only so good like you can make it, unless you're DNRing like stuff. And I don't work with film as much as you, so I don't know. I don't have the skill you have. But just going on like the base of it all, I'd say if it's something that's been like shot on film, like on 35 millimeter film, or even something along that lines, or if you have the OCN, fantastic. But a lot of these like shot on video films, They were like shot on videotape, and they were never meant to be like mass produced or have like really great quality to them. So if you got it and you can do great quality ones, fantastic. But Blu-ray is like as high as you go with something like that. And then not for everyone. Do you have Dark Knight the Scarecrow 1 and 2? I have part 1, I don't have part 2. I have no interest in part 2. But I won't keep you guys too long because we're going to be doing this over so a thing to know, guys, right now is if you're new to the channel, this is what you should know. For the rest of May, we will be coming back and doing regular videos on here. I'll be doing videos on my Patreon as well, live videos. So if you're a Patreon member, I know UREH, for instance, we will be going live. We're going to choose a day. We're going to go live every once a week. And we're going to look at stuff. We're going to look at the numbers. We're going to give recommendations. For those that don't know, I'll let you. All of this, that's all Vinegar Syndrome. So all this are right along there. Those are all Vinegar Syndrome titles, and that's not including my VSUs and the other stuff. So we will be looking into that. And when we go and talk about the other stuff, then you know what I'm talking about. Stand-in, you know what I'm talking about. Then those I can't talk about on here, especially recently. YouTube has gotten a lot more tight. So a lot of us right now, I'm going to say thank you to my patrons and to our super chatters and donators, because without them, we couldn't keep channel going. And a lot of channels are like that right now. No complaints. Love it. This is what I do. It's my job and I enjoy it. But it's also something that I have a lot of fun with. You guys are amazing. I would do this anyway. I did this like for years. Like anyway, just because. You guys rock. 3 people left when I said that. If you get serious on here, if you pull the curtain, some people leave. Anyway, my name is Aaron. This has been the Call of Cinema. I want to thank you so much. Over the month of May, we will be looking at Vinegar Syndrome, Severin. We'll look back at my Severin collection. I'll give you recommendations. We will have recommendations on the channel. We'll show you some of the releases. We'll look at some of the different features. We'll look at different types of titles from Vinegar Syndrome. We'll keep up to date every time there's a new announcement. Every time there's new things, we will try and guess the extra titles. We'll talk about the VSLs. We'll talk about VSPs, VSUs, VSAs. I'll actually give you recommendations on those as well. Thank you so much. I truly appreciate it. And I'll honestly, you guys just coming in, hitting the like button, that's the most important thing. That it keeps my channel going. You guys rock. And thank you so much. I will see you here next time in the Cult of Cinema. And welcome to the month of halfway to Black Friday, Vinegar Syndrome, Severin editions. And as always, a couple other companies are going to come out and we'll be covering them as well.